Fight for him, real tough. Jhonny Gonzalez has 48 KOs. I believe he's 57-8 with 48 KOs. He's WBC 126-pound champion of the world. He's had 2 successful title defenses since he defeated Abner Mares, knocked him out. I believe that was in the second round. In I believe it was in August of 2013. I'm T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live of RealCombatMedia.com. March the 28th, 2015. You're going to have Jhonny Gonzalez, WBC 126-pound champion, versus Gary Russell Jr., 25-1 with 14 KOs. Gary Russell Jr. is a very good boxer as far as boxer. But here's the thing. I'm kind of concerned about where his power is because he has very brittle hands. Now, when I'm looking at a guy like Jhonny Gonzalez, he hasn't been stopped since 2009 against Toshiaki Nishioka. You know him because he fought Nonito Donaire back in 2011. Now, Toshiaki Nishioka is somewhat of a soft puncher, in my opinion, himself, even though he's one of the all-time great Japanese boxers. But I'm trying to figure out if Gary Russell can outbox or even KO Jhonny Gonzalez, and that's what I'm thinking. Now, when it comes to Gary Russell, now if you look at the fact that he lost to Vasyl Lomachenko is a whole league of his own, and Jhonny Gonzalez is not no Vasyl Lomachenko. But still, it's still some questions I have, about Gary Russell, especially when he's going up against top level competition, when he goes to the distance. Now, as far as Jhonny Gonzalez is concerned, it seems as though right now it looks like he signed a 3-fight Haymon deal. And basically, the first fight is against Gary Russell Jr. on Showtime Championship Boxing, when they'll be headlining. Well, him and Gary Russell will be headlining the card. Then the winner of that is supposed to go on to face the winner of Abner Mares. Abner Mares is fighting on the undercard of the Danny Garcia or Lamont Peterson card, if I'm correct, or Keith Thurman versus Robert Guerrero, one of those cards. And then the winner of that is supposed to go on and fight Leo Santa Cruz. So I'm thinking Leo Santa Cruz is going to move up. So which means that Leo Santa Cruz is probably not going to be in a tough fight. And Abner Mares' fight right now, February 17th, 2015, has not even been mentioned. And like I said, he's going to be fighting on either that March or that April card. And we don't know who his opponent is yet. So you can pretty much think that it's going to be a light opponent. Now, as far as Leo Santa Cruz is concerned, Leo Santa Cruz was in negotiations with his promoter at the time to fight Guillermo Rigondeaux. Al Haymon has other plans. Al Haymon's came down, swooped down, grabbed him up, and basically he's strictly on PBC, NBC, and he could end up on Showtime because Al Haymon and Showtime are now cool when they're putting on cards. So when you look at when you look at what we're getting, when you look at now, a fighter that we thought was being pampered and fighting a whole bunch of fighters that we didn't even know their names, and one of them, was literally named Tomato, like tomato can, and now we're seeing that these guys are being matched tough. Why? Is because they're all like with these with these networks that they're involved with now. 2014 and 2013 is over. You got to start putting on big fights, and I'm glad that it seems as though Al Haymon is starting to become, starting to become more in touch with the audience or with the fans, because maybe he was in touch, but maybe he was waiting for his dream, as far as what he's doing now, as far as having his fighters fighting on all these different networks to come true. But Gary Russell versus Jhonny Gonzalez, very, very tough fight. If Gary Russell wins, if he wins, then he's the boxer that fans always thought he was going to be, outside of the fact that he lost to Vasyl Lomachenko. I personally believe that if he fought Lomachenko again, it wouldn't be the same fight. Maybe Lomachenko will win again, but I think it really would be a closer fight. That's just my own personal opinion. But we won't know that until we see how he looks on March 28th on Showtime Championship Boxing. I'm T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. No venue has been announced yet. I'm believing it's going to be somewhere down south, or either in California or something like that. Please subscribe. T Street on Twitter, T Street on Instagram, T Street on Facebook, T Street on Vine, T Street on Shots. T Street Controversy, T Street Controversy Live.